You know, it's an iconic structure in Michigan. The mighty Mac, what an icon. That amazing suspension bridge that connects the two peninsulas of Michigan is instantly recognizable. If you want a closer look, even a bird's eye view, take a look at this. As you're traveling north on 75, headed up north, you'll see the signs for the man-killing giant clam, the mystery spot, but you know you've truly arrived when you see that first iconic tower of the Mackinac Bridge, and then the second. No matter how many times you've seen it before, it kind of fills you with awe and wonder, like something from an L. Frank Baum story. And as you check out the miles and miles of emerald cable suspending this bridge, the largest in the Western Hemisphere, you know you are really in for something special. Mackinac City, the gateway to the Upper Peninsula. We spent some time there to see what it has to offer, and we learned a little bit about the Mackinac Bridge itself. To do that, we have to head down there, talk to a man named Bob.
Every year we get about 4 million vehicles that travel across the bridge.
How tall?
The bridge is 552 feet above the water, and the piers go down 210 feet to bedrock, and in the very center of the bridge there's about 300 feet of water. The passengers, we don't recommend that the drivers look down, but the passengers have a pretty good view of the water. If there's a freighter coming underneath, they can see it through the open steel grating. Maintaining the bridge is our #1 priority, so the crews do a great job. They take a lot of ownership in it, and they know that if they don't do a repair correctly, they'll be back in there in a few years repairing it, so they make sure they do it right the first time.
Now, beyond the importance of it being the main artery between the two land masses that make up Michigan, there's a lot of fun that happens on the bridge too. You guys have events all the time.
Oh, sure. We have 15 events. The first one starts in April, and they go until early October, and it's a great time. If you want to run across the bridge, we have 4 running events on the bridge. If you want to bike across the bridge, we have 3 biking events across the bridge. So there's a lot of opportunities to get up and personal with the Mackinac Bridge. We have about 100 employees at the Mackinac Bridge, with about 50 of them in maintenance. So we really have, as you mentioned, no other option other than the Mackinac Bridge if you're coming into the Upper Peninsula, or if you're in the Upper Peninsula going south. So to maintain the bridge is really important. So these crews are very dedicated. They're long-term employees, and they preserve the bridge so it's going to last well into the future. The bridge is going to outlive both you and I. Two main cables. They're over 1.5 miles long. The wires are about the size of a pencil, and there's 12,580 wires. Each wire is capable of holding its share of the bridge weight in one vehicle going across the bridge. And because it's a suspension bridge and it hangs from those cables, it does move. It doesn't sway per se, but if we get a big wind build up, usually out of the west, like if it's blowing 40, 50 miles an hour, the bridge will move up to 35 feet at the center from its previous position, and then it'll slowly move back as the wind subsides.
Beyond bringing goods, products, services, people in between the two land masses, what does the bridge mean to Michigan?
Sure, the bridge is the most iconic symbol of Michigan. You know, it connected the two peninsulas in the 1950s, so it was really important to connect these two peninsulas because they were separated by a body of water over 4 miles long. That was positioned in the east-west corridor, so the waves and conditions in the straits are often very severe and not very conducive for boat rides all the time. So to give a permanent connection to the state of Michigan was really important at the time, and still today. It's a perfect way to connect Michigan's two peninsulas.
And you want to learn more about what's going on in the city? Well, all you have to do is go to MackinacCity.com.